Well, hello everyone. This is Samson, Love to My Species. How are all of you doing today? I hope so well. I'm actually just going to be getting into this video again. Just like last video, I am continuing on 74 thought-provoking questions. If you didn't catch my previous video, I did, which is part 1, I did 1 through 15 questions. And today I'm going to try to do 15 through 30, depending on the gravity of the questions. Like I said yesterday, I have not read any of these questions, just so that it could be kind of a surprise to both you and I feel like I won't have any time to think about it, and I'll have to either pass on the question or I will try to answer it as best as I can. So without further ado, let's start. Oh, actually, before everything, I want to kind of, have fun with my little Pokemon bong over there. So one second, I'll be right back with all of you. Alright, let's get started now that I'm all glazed eyes and shit. Not to, segue, but to say that today I actually went into the post office. I had to run a few errands, and at the end of it, I was just like, well, actually, it wasn't me, it was in the cards. I walked out to my car from the post office, and I tried to get in through the driver, and literally the car that parked right by me was like to my door, and I was just like, I can't even literally walk down to open my door, let alone open my fucking door. So I was just like, well, I guess it's in the signs, I might as well go get some donuts. You guys, I have been doing so bad. Like, raw diet, gone. Vegan diet, gone. Vegetarian diet, gone. All the weight that I lost, gone. It's all fucking gained back because anyway, that's for another video. I'm gonna start with question 16. As I said before, 1 through 15 are in the previous video, so please check that out. I would say it's like right here, but I am not that fancy yet, so you just have to check on my channel, #LoveToMySpecies. Anyway, so 16. If you could ask a single person one question and they had to answer truthfully, who and what would you ask? I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like I'm like starting out to bat and I'm already like fumbling. I just put 2 sports together that anyway. In the sense that I think I'm already striking out. That's what I meant to say. I'm up to the bat and I'm already striking out, I feel. Because that's something that I would have to think about for a while, and ain't nobody got time for that. So anyway, 17. If you could start over, what would you do differently? I probably would eat less. Like, that's an understatement. Knowing what I know now, I would have just more avidly pushed for success, and for me to even push harder, and for me to I would have came out sooner. That's a big thing. I would have came out when I was 6 if I wanted to, like, it would have, a lot of things would have changed, let's just say that. So yeah, there are a few things that I would change differently, but like I said in my last video, I am so happy with my life. So there's nothing in my life that I guess you can say regret to the point where I wish that my life started over, if that even makes sense. I don't even think so. 18. When you're 90 years old, if I make it that long, low-key, when you're 90 years old, what will matter most to you in the world? Probably, I don't know, probably knowledge. Probably the fact that I probably have known so many things or have learned so many things in my 90 years, and the fact that I would want to leave a legacy and get that out there to whoever I could. So yeah, that would probably be like the one thing that mattered most to me, considering that at 90 probably my loved ones passed, or like kids, I don't know. Anyway, going back to that segue, we ain't going to that segue. That's for another story, another day. 20. Would you break the law to save a loved one? Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, I guess you would have to look at the parameter of the situation, because if they're in jail because they murdered someone, then I'm sorry, you're gonna sit your happy ass in jail. I ain't gonna break the law to break you out of jail. Like, sorry. Swipe left. But if I feel if they murdered that person because that person is like America's Most Wanted, A, B, a serial killer, or C, and even at that point, it's very hard for me to justify killing, because I am so against it. You know, I don't know. I feel like if you kill someone, yeah, you should be killed. But I feel like that the fact that you killed someone should be of an unjustifiable cause. Now, if there's a justifiable cause for the reason why you killed that person, then that opens up so many different outlets of so many other solutions that I have in my head. Not, oh, well, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. You know, you kill them, then I kill you, type of thing. I don't think that's plausible. I don't think that's even good for our species as one. So, yeah. Going back from that segue, if they broke a law for a probable cause, yes, I would try to save them as much as I can. Do you ask enough questions, or are you happily settling for what you know already? I used to ask a lot of questions. Now, when I question myself, I just either meditate about it, if it's something personal, or I'll research about it or via laptop or whatever. Sorry, I keep on making this noise in the back of my throat. Ugh. I'm telling you, you guys don't think so, but I look like shit for a reason, because there's so many fucking allergies here, and I just cannot get over it. It's pissing me off like no tomorrow. And like my back of my throat is just, so scratchy. I need to get some medicine. Get to the fucking video, Sam. Okay. 22. How do you celebrate the things you do have in your life? Oh, okay. Well, I am happy. I mean, that's like a huge thing. I thank myself, because I feel like so many people out there will push themselves to the limit and beyond, and never really give self-gratification and tell themselves, good job, you know, you pushed yourself this far. It's not because of some act of God, or it's not because of the people around you, or because of the parameters of which you are a part of. It's because of you. I mean, that I feel is something that I feel like I need to push out there the most out of anything, is in this question, whatever question we were on. Sorry, I smoked a bowl, but I think it was 23. When it's all said and done, will you have said more than you have done? Well, okay, that was 23. Spoiler alert! I meant to say I was on 22. How do you celebrate the things you have done in your life? Yeah, so I feel like the biggest point I'm trying to make across from here is that in order for you, as you, I guess you can say, as the soul being of you, for you to reconnect with, I guess you can say, not your species, but the species, or correlated to oneness in a sense, the quicker you uphold to yourself, and I guess you can say in layman's term, please yourself, and tell yourself throughout not only the day, but in your core spirit all the time, that, you know, you love yourself, and that you believe in yourself, and congratulations for making it this far. You can do better, and you will do better, but good job, type of thing. Like, you deserve to be where you are right now because you work so hard for it, or whatever. And if you're not in a great situation, then just the fact that you have the patience, or you have I guess you can say, the resilience to withstand whatever situation you are in right now, that alone, you should be thanking yourself tenfold, because it will change. You know, life is full of hills and valleys, and you will have that hill. Don't worry, you're in just a very long valley, it seems. But when you get that hill, you're going to be not only so happy for that hill, but you are going to remember the valley, and you are just going to be so thankful for the hill, and it's not going to get to your head, which I feel to a lot of people it does. 23, the spoiler alert, is that where we are at right now? When it's all said and done, will you have said more than you have done? That's a good one. I mean, I actually think I'm gonna steal that, but on my Facebook status, though. Probably. I'm very talkative as it is, and I always tell myself, you know, you could do this, you could do that, or whatever, and I fail, or I usually come up short on a lot of things. So yeah, probably. I mean, that's just who I am. I would have probably said more than what I've done. And I don't think that's a bad thing. To some people that seems like a bad thing, but I feel like for me, in my case, I put so much out there in the universe that if I get 25% of that return, then that 25% is so life-changing that other 75% is like, okay, well, you know, maybe in my next manifestation I'll get more. Like, no big deal, because I succeeded in this 10%, 25%, 20%, you know, whatever percentage you got back from your manifestation. So 24, I believe. When was the last time you tried something new? I ziplined yesterday, or was it yesterday before? Off of a zip line that a family friend of ours made, and that was scary as hell, because I thought, okay, I'm gonna definitely break this because of going back to, I wear black because, you know, black is slimming, but it's big. It's like huge. Yeah, it's really sad, but I didn't break it, so I was very surprised about that. So yeah, that was something new I tried. What were you doing when you last lost track of time? Probably working on this room, which is still a fucking mess, I know, but you have to realize, like, there was so much stuff in this room, and yeah, I want to say that I lost track of time doing it, and now I'm sorry, I'm like so weird when it comes to organizing and cleaning. When I want to do it, I am like so anal retentive, and like I enjoy it. It's so weird. I enjoy like organizing and making things look nice and blah blah blah, and using what I have to make something new. Just like random shit. So anyway, yeah, I lose track of time a lot. What is the difference between living and existing? Oh, well, there's a huge difference. For one, there are two different words. For two, they mean somewhat of the same thing, but they're miles away from each other. I guess I'll start with the existing. Existing is something where you're existing, like you exist. You are, I guess you can say, I hate to even use this word because some people aren't this when they're existing, but coasting by in a sense. Or not even coasting by, but just, I don't know, I mean, just being there in a sense. Like that one person in the classroom that you don't really know their name. I mean, you do, but you don't, and like you don't really know much about them. Are they a girl? Are they a guy? No one knows. It's 2017. You've never really heard them talk. Like, they're completely to themselves. They come right in. Every time you walk in to the classroom, they're already there. And when you leave, you turn around, they're already gone. Like, they just come and go as they are. They do their stuff. They're usually amazing people, but excuse me. Usually something has happened in their life that was so traumatic, and they've lost hope. And I think that that's the huge difference between existing and living, is when you're living life, you take nothing into account other than the fact that there's only one life, and you only have, in the grand scheme of things, 100 years at max. I mean, at max for at least 90% of people. I mean, I don't even think that 10% of people live past 100. But just that alone, like, that's probable cause enough for me to live life fully every day until I pass, type of thing. And so I think that's the huge difference between the two words. 27. I think that we're gonna finish this, guys. I'm so excited. 27. Oh, I mean, like, finish what I decided or wanted to go to, which was 30. And mind you, there's 74 questions. So 27. If you had a friend that you spoke to the same way you spoke to yourself, how long do you think that person would allow you to be your friend? Wow, that's an interesting question. I mean, I'm not really too hard on myself. I feel like sometimes I am, but I tell myself I'm only hard on you because, well, to be honest, like, I'm only trying to help you out. I think that the one thing that people would probably get offended by, or would probably leave me for, is the fact that I would be just stuffing their face all the time. I mean, like, once again, look at this. Like, look at this style. Like, look at that calf. Like, come on. Most of my friends' stomachs, calf right there. I mean, like, the son, like, that's my friend right there. That is my friend, like, son and their calf, and their body, because, yeah, and me, it's like, oh, wow, like, you're so much bigger than the sun. Well, obviously, I mean, that's just how it is. Anyway, yeah, they would probably leave me for that reason, because I have a bad habit of stuffing my face. Let's see, where was I at? 29? 28 or 29. I do that all the time, just to let you know. 28. If you had to teach someone one thing, what would you teach? Well, oneness, I think. I'm huge on that. I'm a horrible teacher. I wish that I could just think of something or have this huge scenario in my head and just project it onto, like, a mirror, or like project it onto their brain, and for them to, like, instantly register it. It'd be like, oh, I understand exactly what you mean. You know, I understand where you're coming from, in a sense. So, yeah. 29. What makes you smile? Dick. Weed. Drugs. No. People do. I love people. And 30. What drives you to be better at something? The fact that if I'm not better at it, then the person who might come up and achieve it may not put in the originality that I'm going to be putting in. So yeah, that's huge for me. So I don't mean to cut this short, but I'm literally have like 15 seconds, so I have to go. I think we made it through all 30 or through 15 of them. I'll talk to you guys later. I love you. Please comment down below, subscribe, and blah 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 blah. I make videos when I can. Love you. Have a wonderful day. Samson, love to my species. Bye.